Welcome back, everyone. Today, we're diving into the world of AI and orthodontics.
Oh, wow. That sounds fascinating.
It is. We're really looking at how it's changing the way orthodontists make treatment decisions. We're drawing insights from Dr. Baxmann, who has some really great perspectives on this. One of the things I found super interesting is this concept of noise in healthcare.
Noise in healthcare? I've never thought about that.
I know, it's a different way to think about it. And we're looking at how AI can play a role in reducing that noise.
Okay, well, I understand noise is a sound. What does it mean in healthcare?
Well, that's exactly what's so interesting about Dr. Baxmann's take. He explains that noise can be anything that interferes with clear judgment and decision-making.
Okay.
It could be actual distortions in medical images. He calls that imaging noise.
So, like, the actual image is distorted?
Exactly. But then he also talks about decision noise.
Decision noise? What is that? Is it like second-guessing yourself?
Well, it can be a little like that, but it's actually much more nuanced. Decision noise refers to all these extraneous factors that can influence a healthcare provider's judgment. Things you wouldn't even think of.
Like what?
Like their mood, their stress level, even how long it's been since they've eaten. All these things can subtly sway their decisions and sometimes lead to inconsistencies in their diagnoses or treatment plans.
That's a little concerning. You want your doctor to be making decisions based on solid evidence, not whether or not they had a good breakfast.
Exactly. And this is why Dr. Baxmann's work is so important. He highlights how even small variations in a doctor's state of mind can lead to significant variations in their assessments. He calls this intra-observer variability.
Intra-observer variability. And this variability can have real consequences for patients.
So then how does AI come in? Can AI really eliminate these human factors?
Well, it's tough to get rid of human nature entirely, but it can definitely help mitigate those biases. Dr. Baxmann is a big proponent of using what are called clinical decision support systems, or CDSSs.
I was going to ask you about this.
These are essentially sophisticated computer programs used in orthodontics. They provide orthodontists with evidence-based recommendations to support their decision-making process.
So is it like having a second opinion?
Yeah, that's a good way to think about it. Like an objective second opinion that's always available. They use mathematical algorithms and huge amounts of data to analyze patient information like X-rays and scans and provide recommendations free from the subjective biases humans are prone to.
It takes the human out of it.
In a way, it's about objectivity and consistency.
Wow, that's amazing. Dr. Baxmann also seems really interested in this concept of unsupervised learning. Can you explain that a bit and why it's so important in this context?
Sure. Unsupervised learning is a type of machine learning where the AI algorithm basically learns on its own. It identifies patterns in data without any specific instructions or labeled examples. It's like giving a computer a puzzle without showing it the picture on the box. It has to figure out how all the pieces fit together on its own.
So it's really learning independently.
Exactly.
Wow, that sounds complex. How does this differ from traditional ways of teaching AI?
Well, in supervised learning, which is more common, humans feed the computer pre-labeled data, telling it what to look for and what conclusions to make.
So we're telling it what to do.
Right. But with unsupervised learning, we step back and let the AI discover patterns and relationships we might not even see ourselves. It's like letting the data speak for itself.
So we're not influencing it in any way.
Exactly. It's about minimizing human bias and letting the AI be more objective in its assessments.
So why is this important for orthodontics?
Dr. Baxmann argues that in orthodontics, there's a lot of subjectivity involved in diagnosis and treatment planning. For example, deciding whether or not to extract a tooth can be a tough call, influenced by many factors. An AI model trained through unsupervised learning could potentially identify patterns and relationships in patient data that would help make those decisions more objective.
So it could tell us whether to extract a tooth?
Potentially, yes. It could analyze thousands of cases, looking at things like facial structure, tooth position, treatment outcomes, and find subtle correlations that humans might not see so easily.
That's incredible.
Yeah, and that could lead to more accurate diagnoses, more effective treatment plans, and better results for patients.
Wow. So it seems like AI is really changing the game in orthodontics.
Definitely. It's just the beginning.
I can't wait to hear more.
Me too. Dr. Baxmann also talks about how AI can help with something called decision fatigue.
Decision fatigue? I don't think I've heard of that.
Basically, as humans, our ability to make good decisions can decline after we've been making decisions all day, especially complex ones.
Oh, that makes sense.
You get mentally drained and might start taking shortcuts or making errors in judgment.
So you're not as sharp at the end of the day.
Exactly. But AI doesn't get tired. It can analyze and process information and provide reliable recommendations, no matter what time of day it is or how many cases it's already seen.
So it's like having a colleague who's always on, always fresh, always at the top of their game. Okay, so how does this AI actually work in practice? What are these algorithms and models Dr. Baxman is talking about?
He's really into what are called artificial neural networks, or ANNs.
ANNs. So are those like digital brains?
You could say that. They're complex computational systems inspired by the structure of the human brain. They have interconnected nodes, like neurons in the brain, that process and transmit information.
So they learn.
By adjusting the connections between those nodes, the network can learn from data and then make predictions or decisions. Imagine feeding an ANN thousands of orthodontic records. X-rays, 3D scans, photos, treatment plans, all that stuff.
As the network analyzes all that, it starts to recognize patterns and relationships and learns to predict things like how the teeth are going to move.
Like we're training a student orthodontist.
Exactly. It's like training a student, but way faster, with a massive amount of data, and it never gets tired, has no bias, and has no limitations of human memory. It's pretty incredible. It's like the perfect student.
So Dr. Baxman also mentioned convolutional neural networks, or CNNs. Are those similar to ANNs?
Yes, but they have a key difference. CNNs are specifically designed to analyze visual data. They're really good at interpreting things like X-rays and facial photographs.
So it's like giving AI supervision.
Yeah, super-powered vision for analyzing all those little orthodontic details. It can see things that humans might miss.
So it can detect tiny variations in tooth shape or jaw relationships and even predict potential problems that might not be obvious to the human eye.
So we can intervene earlier, catch those things.
Exactly. Early intervention and more precise treatment plans. That's the goal.
So it sounds like these neural networks are really revolutionizing the way orthodontists are approaching things.
For sure.
Okay, but how are these AI tools actually used in a clinical setting?
A lot of modern orthodontic software programs now.
A lot of modern orthodontic software programs now incorporate AI features powered by these neural networks.
So it's not like the orthodontist has to learn how to code or program.
No, not at all. It's becoming much more integrated into their normal workflows.
So they're already using it?
Yes. For example, an orthodontist might upload a patient's X-ray into the software, and the AI can analyze it and point out potential issues like crowding, bite problems, or jaw misalignment.
So it's like having an AI assistant working right alongside them.
Yeah, the AI can flag those problems, suggest treatment options, and even simulate different treatment outcomes.
Wow, that is remarkable. But does this mean human orthodontists are out of a job?
No. Dr. Baxman is very clear about this. AI is a tool, not a replacement.
A tool.
It's about augmenting human capabilities, not getting rid of them. Yes.
So it's a collaboration.
A partnership. They're working together. Orthodontists bring their years of training, their clinical experience, and that human touch.
Right.
And AI brings the data-driven insights, the objective analysis, and the ability to process all that information that would be impossible for humans to manage on their own.
We can't keep up.
No, we can't.
It sounds like a really powerful partnership.
It is.
So what does the future hold for this collaboration between human and machine?
That's a great question. One area that's really exciting is developing even more sophisticated AI models, ones that can analyze huge and complex data sets.
Even bigger than what we're doing now.
Yeah, much bigger. Dr. Baxman thinks that deep learning algorithms, which are a subset of artificial neural networks, have a ton of potential here.
I've heard that term, deep learning. But what is it? What makes it so special?
Deep learning algorithms are basically like supercharged neural networks. They have multiple layers of processing, which allows them to pick out really subtle patterns from tons of data. Think of it like this. If a traditional neural network is like a detective, a deep learning algorithm is like Sherlock Holmes on steroids.
Okay, I like that.
It can go through mountains of evidence and find all these little clues and connections that others would miss.
Wow, so how would this apply to orthodontics?
Imagine an AI that can not only predict tooth movement really accurately, but can also take into account things like facial growth patterns, skeletal development, and even genetic predispositions.
Wow, That's a lot of information.
Yeah.
So then we can create truly personalized treatment plans.
Exactly, tailored to each patient's unique needs and how they're projected to grow.
So it's like we have a crystal ball for orthodontic treatment. We can kind of see into the future.
And we can address potential issues before they even come up.
That's amazing.
And it's not just about prediction. Dr. Baxmann also sees AI playing a big role in automating certain parts of treatment.
Oh, so are we talking about robots putting on braces?
Well, we might not be there just yet, but they're already using robotic systems in some parts of dentistry, and their role in orthodontics is only going to grow in the future.
So it's coming.
It's coming. Imagine a robotic arm that can help with things like placing brackets, bending wires, or even taking impressions. And it can do it with incredible precision and consistency, greater than humans.
Better than humans.
Yes,
So is this going to dehumanize the experience for patients?
that's a good question, and it's something Dr. Baxmann talks about too. It's not about replacing human interaction or the orthodontist's expertise. It's about using technology to enhance those things, freeing up the orthodontist to focus on the more complex stuff. Dr. Baxmann,
Like what?
like treatment planning, patient education, and building a relationship with the patient.
So it's about finding that balance between the tech and the human element.
Yeah. And as AI gets more advanced, that balance is going to be even more important.
We don't want to lose that human touch.
Right. We need to think about the ethical implications and make sure AI is being used responsibly and that it's benefiting both patients and the profession.
So it's not just about the technology itself, it's how we use it. It comes down to that partnership between human expertise and AI.
They each have their strengths and they complement each other.
This has been so fascinating learning about AI in orthodontics. Thank you so much for sharing your knowledge.
You're welcome. I'm glad we could talk about it.
And for our listeners, thanks for joining us on this journey into the world of AI and its impact on orthodontics. Hope you learned something. We'll see you next time for another insightful exploration.